Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been ages since I have hopped on here, but I'm coming back. We started 2021 with a clean slate. I'm gonna be back, I'm gonna be present, and the content is going to be coming. Okay, so today we're going to talk about my updated base routine. So if you want to see how I get a nice flawless base when I'm doing my makeup, just go ahead and keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to your girl, like this video, leave me a comment, and let me know what you guys want to see in the upcoming year, because I'm really going to make it my best effort to do better. So go ahead and interact with your girl and let's jump right in. So first of all, let's start with some Vaseline because my lips was looking a little dry, okay? So step one to all of this is obviously we want to hydrate our face. And y'all, I do have a shirt on. I have a tube top on. It's just like you can't see it in the video, but I have a shirt on. So I hydrated my lips with some Vaseline. Could be some lip gloss, chapstick, whatever, but you just want to be hydrated. I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my skin using the Fenty Skin Moisturizer, which is like my all-time favorite moisturizer for my skin. I really like it because it has SPF in it, and that's very important for your skin. So I am very much combination skin. I have spots that are oily, some spots that are dry. So a primer that I really have been liking, I've been trying out this new Milani Prime and Protect, which also has SPF in it. This one is like not super mattifying, but it's not like super luminous either. So it's like a good mixture between the two. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over my face. Probably use way too much because if you've watched any of my videos in the past, I am just so incredibly heavy-handed. So I'm sure you didn't need to use as much as I did. Of course, for foundation, I'm going to use one of my favorites, which is the Beauty Bakery Insta Bake foundation. I love her, okay? As you can see, I'm running out. I'm waiting on the restock for Beauty Bakery. So yeah, if y'all have not tried this foundation, definitely I would recommend it. I've got a discount code. I'm gonna link it down below in the description. So yeah, check this one out. It's a really good dewy foundation. So if you have like super duper oily skin, I might not recommend this. I'm looking for a foundation brush, y'all. Okay, so I like to apply my foundation using a brush like this. So this is the Real Techniques. Y'all, it's so old, I don't even have the name of it on here, but I'm sure this is probably the foundation brush. I just like to apply it a little bit by little. I put this all over my face. I don't put it in the spots that I'm going to put concealer. So, for example, you'll see I'm taking it all the way up here, but I'm not going to fill it in up here because I'm going to put concealer there. Child, my hair is all in the way. Or like I leave this spot kind of open because I'm going to put concealer there. The goal for me, because I have a lot of like natural creasing, I don't like to cake on a lot of product. So I only put foundation where I want it and concealer where I want it. I don't like to really layer them too much because I notice I get a lot more creasing when I do it that way. And you really don't need a whole lot of foundation. That was like 2 pumps. My pump is kind of messed up, so it might have been like 3. All right, and then I'm just going to stipple that into my skin. I'm using the Sigma Beauty Kabuki brush, which I love. It's one of my favorite foundation brushes, and I love it to just press it right into my skin. Like, y'all see the way that foundation literally just melts into my skin? Like, I cannot beat that. I also like to blend it down my neck just a little bit. Since my face, my chest, and my neck are 3 different colors. Sorry, my pug is having a little attitude breakdown right now. So please excuse Fago in the background, y'all. Fago, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Say hi. Now I'm going in with some concealer. This is the Beauty Bakery Insta Bake in the shade Sugar Daddy. And I'm just highlighting under my eyes. under my mouth, above my mouth, on my forehead, and on my nose. Then I'm going to kind of let that sit for a minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend that all together using my Real Techniques setting brush. This brush is bomb. If you don't have this in your routine yet, go get like 5 or 6 of these brushes. Literally, I have so many of them. I use them to set. I use them to put setting powder. Like, sometimes I use it to do highlight. These brushes are just so super duper, like, multifaceted. Like, this is a staple in my makeup routine. So, yeah, make sure y'all get this brush first. Sometimes I like to spray my face before I blend it all together. Today, I'm going to use the Benefit Professional Setting Spray. And for me, that just usually gives me, like, a better blend. So, I'm going to go ahead and start blending that out. This concealer does dry down kind of fast, so you do want to not leave it sitting for super long. I would say maybe like 30 seconds or so, just because it gives you a little bit more coverage when it dries a little bit. I do want it to be a little bit more of a bright under eye, so I'm going to add a little bit more concealer. This is the Benefit, I never know how to say this, Boi-ing Cakeless Concealer. It looks like this. I'm just going to add a little bit. And I'm just going to take my foundation brush and blend around that. To set, I'm going to use my setting powder from the Prime Beauty. This is in the shade Honey Love, which is a great black-owned beauty. Which is a great black-owned beauty brand to try out. I'm just using that same brush, and I'm just patting that into my under eye and everywhere else that I applied concealer. And I'm not baking, I'm literally just pressing it into my skin. You want to make sure you blend out any creases that you may have had the concealer set into before you put the powder down. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Because once you set it, it's locked in, okay? And we don't want to lock in no creases. Now, if you have creases under your eyes, naturally, it is what it is. It's gonna crease, but we just want to minimize that as much as we possibly can. Fago does not want me to record this video, clearly, but I will prevail, okay? I'm gonna continue. He'll be okay. I'm gonna contour just lightly because I don't contour like super heavily. I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place foundation stick and just contour my nose just slightly. So I just like to add a little bit. Right towards like the center of my nose. We're gonna add a little bit onto my cheeks and just a little bit onto my forehead. You don't want to get it all in the baby hair, so you know, just be careful, take your time. So for my nose, I like to use an angle brush to blend it out. This is the Sigma E70 brush, which is my favorite to blend out my contour on my nose anyway. And I'm just gonna follow the shape of my nose and really just snatch it, okay? Because I like to snatch my nose, okay? But just lightly. Like, you see, I didn't use a shade that was like super duper dark because I still like it to look relatively natural. I use my Morphe M50, I'm sorry, my Morphe M405 brush, which is like a fluffy angle brush, and do the same thing, but I like to blend it upwards on my cheeks, and on my forehead I like to blend it down. And going into the Lip Bar face palette to go ahead and add some powder contour on top of where we did the cream, because anywhere you apply cream or liquid, you need to apply a powder product to set it down. So this is the Lip Bar's face palette, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I'm using my Morphe 503 brush to go ahead and set the contour on my nose. And I'm just following where I actually contoured. And this just sets this in place. Same thing on my cheeks. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques contouring brush. And just adds a little bit more color, makes it a little bit more defined, and it's going to hold that in place. Like I said, I don't do like heavily contouring. It's just not really my thing. Then I'm going to set my entire face down. I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder. If you've been following me or subscribed to me for a long time, you know this is my girl right here. Like, I've always loved this powder. My OG powder. I will never switch it up. So I'm going to use my Glam Light. I think this is like a cheek brush, but any fluffy brush will do. And I just like to dab on. I go kind of heavy at this, and I'm just pressing it into my face everywhere, over the contour, over the under eye, everywhere. It just melts everything into each other. And it's not a heavy powder. It's not like a powder foundation or anything like that, but it really just sets everything together. I love, 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 love this powder. For bronzer, I'm using my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Mocha Mommy. This is like the perfect bronzer shade for dark skin beauties. And just add that everywhere around the perimeter of my face. I love a super duper bronze look. I'm not heavy on the contour, but I do go heavy on the bronzer. Blush. This is from Mented Cosmetics in the shade Buried Away. It's a super duper like pretty magenta blush, perfect for dark skin beauties. I'm using my Real Techniques multitask brush, and I'm just gonna smile and apply it to the apples of my cheek. And I like to take that up into my bronzer and contour so that they all kind of like mesh together. If I overdo it, which I usually do because I'm heavy-handed like that, I usually just go back in with my brush that I used to apply my MAC powder, and I just mesh it all back into each other. I don't really add more product onto the brush, but this just helps kind of like tone everything down and blend everything together. For highlight, I'm going to use one of my favorites right now. This is from Glam Light. It's called Cookies and Cream. It's like a really pretty, kind of like a bronzish highlight. And I just like to apply that really all over, okay? Everybody applies highlight a little bit differently. I love highlight. So I'm going to use a Morphe brush. I don't even know what brush this is, y'all. It's just like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. And you want to go really light-handed in this because loose highlighters are like super duper duper pigmented. So as you can see, I keep picking it up and like tapping my brush off. And I start with my nose because I love a little like button nose. It's just so pretty to me. And I like to take my highlight like right here midway on my cheek and just blend it upwards. Where you apply highlight is really up to you. How much you apply is really up to you. I like to shine bright like a diamond. So yeah, I can go highlight crazy every now and again. And I know some people say that highlight is getting like played out, but baby, I love some highlight, okay? And that's that on that. And we're just gonna set it all down with that Benefit spray one more time. So you guys, this is the finished look. These are the results of my nice flawless base. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's one of my first talk throughs, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of these on my channel. So let me know if you guys like it. You can catch the details for this eye look on my Instagram page because I did not have enough storage to record the eye tutorial too. But I will be back with some eyeshadow tutorials. But go ahead and check out my Instagram so you can catch the details on the eyes. I also will be linking in an updated eyebrow tutorial, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, today I just wanted to touch on the face. So if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, just make sure you leave them down below in the comments for me. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.